Hey, welcome back. My name is Cameron from Full Screen Graphics, and I wanted to go ahead and finish off this planes logo being built in Illustrator. And as you see, we already made a lot of progress so far. And the next step, though, is to make those chrome outlines that you see here. Gotta make those chrome outlines. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the information that we have here already, because the chrome kind of goes along the edges. So all we need is the vector information around the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to select this old one, and you have to select it by clicking the edge, because you turned it into a clipping mask. When you did the draw inside, you turn it into a clipping mask, so you can't select this background area. You have to select the edge here. So Control C, click on a new layer, Control Shift V. Let's lock the old layer. Now let's take this new object and release that clipping mask by going to Object, Clipping Mask, which is down there at the bottom, and release. Now those objects that were inside have been knocked out. I'm going to delete those. And now I'm going to get rid of the fill on this. Now I'm going to add a stroke to the swatches panel, and I'm going to choose the third darkest gray on that little grayscale thingy. And now I'm going to add in the chrome effect. And the way that I went ahead and did the chrome effect was going to Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel. Let's close that real quick. And I'm gonna zero everything out. 1, 2, 3. That's as far as the angles and all that. All that's just gonna be zeroed out. For depth, I'm just going to put it at 10, and I'm also going to have a round bevel, and the bevel is going to go outwards, so that's not automatically selected, so I'm going to click it here, and the bevel is also going to be 10 points. So let's go preview here. Alright, almost there. You can see, but it's looking a little dark, and for good reason, because we haven't set enough light points yet. So I'm going to start by putting a light point, moving the first light point to the top here. Then I'm going to add another one by clicking the new light point button. So one at the very top, one at the top right here, and then add one more, and that one's going to go at the bottom slightly to the right, right where that line is. See here. Now, gonna mess with a few of these options here. This is gonna be at 100. Ambient light's gonna be down to 0. Then highlight intensity is gonna be 100. Now highlight size, I'm also got that at 100. And shading color, I'm actually gonna change that to custom. Now let me change that from red to pure white. And that's all the steps that I went ahead and did there. Press OK. Looks like I got a little bit of a vector crash here. Let me hide that background thingy. Zoom in here. If you get something like this, that's fine. Usually all it takes is selecting one of the points where you see the crash is happening and just adjusting it a little bit. I'm going to tap this up twice. Do apologize for my dog in the background. So looks like tapping up fixed that. I'll no longer have that problem going on. So what's the next move? The next move is to go ahead and make those the second bar, but the second bar has some additional information. For instance, it's got these little details for the wings that stick in a little bit, which is going to change our process slightly, but not too much. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to this. So we're going to take this same stroke one more time, and we're going to make a new layer. I'm going to Control Copy, then select the new layer, then Control Shift V, which places it right in place. I'm actually going to get rid of the 3D extruding bevel. Actually, no, we'll keep it. Let me undo that. But what we are going to do is we're going to go to Object, Path, Offset Path. And we're going to do -20. Preview, -20. It's perfect. Now that actually copied the original, so I want to get rid of the original. Not the very first Chrome one we made. It's just that when you do the offset path, it makes a new path and keeps the old one too. So I'm gonna remove the previous one. But that's not all we need. We need a little bit more than this. So I'm gonna actually remove the Chrome, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some points here. I'm gonna add those little wing lines for me from here. Zooming in, grabbing the line segment tool, hovering right over this anchor point, and making a line from there. Let's make this line, and let's make this line. Alright, now I'm going to copy those. I'm going to right click, transform, reflect, vertical, 90. Oh, that's good. Press copy, not okay. Now I'm going to drag these over and line them up at the same spots on this side. See here, not quite there. Make sure these actually get lined up. Zoom in if you have to. So yeah, that's pretty lined up. Maybe use your direct selection tool if you have to. Alright, so zoom out. Actually, let me double check this one. I only checked one of them. Let me check the other one. When you snap, if you have your snap guides and all that stuff on, it should go ahead and say that you're snapping to the anchor. So this part is kind of important because it's the stroke is very thin. So if you're not directly on it like this, you might run into a few problems. So these look pretty seamless. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just a second, zoom out. Control 0 is the fastest way to do that if you want to get to your whole object. Move this up a little bit. Now I'm going to select all 4 of these and the main outline, and I'm going to do an object path outline stroke. So we no longer have a stroke, we have a fill, a very thin fill, but it's a fill. So now we're going to combine those objects because they're still separate using the Pathfinder. If you don't have the Pathfinder window open, just go to Window, Pathfinder, In this case, I guess it's Shift Control F9, which I don't ever use. I'll just use the Unite, which is at the top left for the shape modes. Now they're all one object. And I'm also going to go to Object. Did it make a group or not? Okay, in this case it didn't make a group, but sometimes when I do that, it'll make a little group for me. So I have one fill, and we're going to do the same chrome effect. So I'll just go up to Effects, 3D, Extrude and Bevel. And we're going to put down the same points as we did before. New light here. New light there. Same stuff, 100, 0, 100, 100. Custom. White. No rotation, no angle, all that's 0. Rounded bevel. Extrude that 10 points. And the bevel height is 10 points also. And then just press OK. Looks like I'm getting something a little odd here. So I might have messed up something on the options. Let me go back to Extrude Bevel here. I see the part. It's got to make sure the bevel extends outward, and that was my problem. All right. So now that we've got that all figured out, we've got a little something here. You see these sharp lines here. In the logo, it's not sharp at all. Even though I don't feel like this looks too bad, but we're gonna try to show you. I'm gonna show you how to go ahead and fix that. I'm gonna zoom in. Let's get our direct selection tool, and these things both have 2 points for each tip. I'm gonna select the top point with the direct selection tool, and then I'm gonna tap up once, tap up twice, and the third time is a charm. Then I'm going to tap to the left because I'm on the left side, which is back. So I'm going to tap back once, back twice, back 3 times. And that's going to go ahead and give me like an angle. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Like that one, then shift select this point, the top point again, go up 1, go up twice, go up 3 times, go back once, go back twice. This time I'm clicking it to the right, and 3 times. And there you have it. We've already made a lot of progress, and I'm gonna do this next part mostly because it's a really simple thing and I can do it really quick. Now I have a thin font. It's called Optical Fiber, and I'm going to use that to use the text in the middle. W-I-N-G-Z. I just spelled that out using the type tool, and now I'm going to make it a lot larger. And it looks like it's already got the font that I was using. Select it. I'm actually going to make it all capital. I-N-G-Z. Now, for me, it's spread out because I have Windows. Go to Window, Type, Paragraph, and let's go to Character. And I have the tracking set to 200 in my case. If the tracking is normal, all the letters will be together, which is not good because A, the the font needs to be very thin so it can expand. And once it expands and it's this close, all the letters are gonna touch each other. So I gave it a large tracking of 200. And in this case, I'm going to choose my first stroke outline that I made. And then I'm going to go to my graphic styles panel, and I'm going to make a new style. So it's going to copy all that style. Now I'm going to click on this one and put that style down right onto the letters. So it's live, and you can edit it on the fly because it's still live text. That's one thing I do like about this effect here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here, and we're going to come back for one last video doing the final touches that'll really make this logo pop out and look very nice. So I guess it's going to be a part 3 to this, or maybe a few more.